You're muted. Look at next to your name. You're muted. There you go. Now you.
I got two cameras going. Hang on.
There you go.
How about that?
There you go.
Now I can't hear you. So we got to get this whole two camera thing figured out, because if I go loud on the phone, I get an echo. For some reason, oh, look at this. There we go.
You'll notice I have 3 cameras going.
Yeah. Well, so can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, you're fine.
And I can hear you.
Yep.
And if we do this, that's the one I got to mute.
You got to mute that intake on that person. So bring them in, but mutate it or mute it. There you go.
Check 1, 2.
Yep, you're fine.
And you can still hear me here.
Yeah.
But you're hearing me from that mic.
Correct.
Dang it.
So what you need to do is you need to buy a Rode mic that you clip onto your lapel, a Bluetooth Rode mic.
I've been putting that off just because.
Just bite the bullet. But when you buy it, buy 2 batteries, because they only last exactly 8 hours, and they will definitely die.
Well, I think the whole point with the Rode mic is, my wife says, clean my screen. It's not my screen; it's the reflection off of the LEDs. If I go like this, try and get rid of those. See what I mean? Is it this one that's dirty? Number 2 or number 1? Oh, Ryan went out and back in, didn't let him in.
Yeah. It's not so much dirty as it's the
glare
shop
off the
lights. Yeah. Is there any way to put that camera higher up? Can you lay that on a box or something so that it's not looking directly at the lights? Yeah, see, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if do you have any like milk crates or a box you can put that on?
Do I look that organized in here, Ryan?
No, I mean, most people would use an actual proper, camera outside of their.
Oh yeah, most
camera.
people. Well, guess what? I'm not most people.
Your words, not mine. There you go. Put it up there, but then angle the screen down a bit. There you go.
Hey,
that's way better. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, how's that, my dear wife? Is this this screen I'm looking at? Is that okay now? She's the first to criticize, but I appreciate it because she lets me do this stuff. So happy Halloween, Ryan.
Happy Halloween.
And to everybody that's out there now, you're probably just waiting for the doorbell to ring, waiting for the little Shizabots to come in and steal your candy.
Well, that's why I have this lovely view of my front step. What the hell is that? Security camera feed.
Are you responsible for handing out candy?
No, I just want to catch the little shaggers that take more than one, because there's a bowl out there.
Oh, so you're just leaving it for the taking?
Oh yes. I work on the honor system.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So I want to test one more thing. So I've got the volume turned down on my phone.
Okay.
So if I walk away from this camera here and come over to this camera here, is it still picking up my sound pretty good?
It is. It's a bit muffled, but it's not unhearable.
Not unhearable.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I walk further away from the mic of the laptop, how's that?
A little bit more muffled.
Well, dang it. I wonder if it's just that forward-facing microphone. Let's try something.
Why? If you mute your laptop and turn the microphone on the camera, what does it sound like?
Well, I just don't want to have to be back and forth to each, because I still want to go over to the laptop and check.
Right, but your speakerphone on your phone will be better at picking up sound than your laptop if you're not near your laptop. Does that make sense?
How about that?
All right, now unmute. I now mute your laptop and unmute the that one.
So much technology, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to mute this one.
Oh, thank God! Now we can't hear him. Isn't this so much better?
Okay, so you can't hear me here.
No, but it's worse, way worse.
I can hear that going back there.
Yeah,
How about now?
yeah, that's better. I think that's the best you're going to get until you get some nice Rode mics, like a real YouTuber. Mrs. Old Car Guy, just a suggestion for Christmas. Rode mics fit perfectly underneath the Christmas tree.
Send her a link. Oh, shoot. Okay, well.
Just speak loudly. Just speak loudly. I just said speak loudly. We'll hear you.
So the whole point of this live stream, Ryan can probably speak it verbatim. So go ahead, Ryan.
Because you didn't have a video for this week, you feel obligated to put something out so the YouTube algorithm doesn't hate you.
Bingo. So
that's a bingo.
Tonight was supposed to be a work on the Lincoln with Tom. Tom messaged me not feeling up to it. Had a long day, so I just said,
I mean,
what?
In fairness to Tom, if you didn't make fun of him so much about the fuel pump, he might want to play with you this evening, but he doesn't. So that's on you.
That is totally on me. But you know what? That whole conversation in this upcoming video is going to be, that's what it's all about.
It's great. It's great.
Right. And I've always said it before that when you're a one-man show on a YouTube channel, you've got to use your own sense of humor, your own ad lib to try and make things a little bit, entertaining, like, Vice Grip Garage, Junkyard Digs, and those guys. When you've got someone live with you to bounce things off of, makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
That's why I love doing a live stream with somebody else like Ryan. Well, not so much Ryan, but with other people.
I'm the last resort, But I feel like we're kind of like the two old guys from the Muppets, right?
Right?
Yeah. You know what's better than this? What? Death.
Oh, shoot. Muppets. Speaking of Muppets, I saw a Muppet character. Remember the chef?
Yeah, Swedish Chef.
He was yeah, he was doing that to a modern day song, and it was like they were kind of in a setting of being in like a pub or a bar.
Okay.
And he was, of course, no lab coat. It was just a shirt and tie, and
right.
He was what was the song he was singing? Some rap song. Anyway,
it's a mumble rap, probably knowing him.
Yeah.
That's good. What are you drinking this evening? Looks like a nice cup of coffee.
It is black coffee with ice and Coke and Kraken. So it's Coke and Kraken.
I actually have coffee.
So the other night I come out here just to putter away in the shop. And I started working on a small little insignificant thing. And it turned into me breaking that thing and having to JB weld it. Let me go grab it and I'll show you.
Please let it be his gas tank. Please let it be his gas tank. Please let it be his gas tank.
Shut up, Brian. So, 2 guesses as to what this is.
Top of the coolant reservoir.
No. So on a small block Chev, you're inside your air breather. There's this little thing. It holds like a little foam mustache filter.
Right.
And then this piece here goes out, connects to a hose that goes into your valve cover on the passenger side. And if you're familiar with your soft brake lines, they've got this style clip that's just a spring clip. This spring clip is what holds it into the air breather, kind of like so. Well, as I was shoving the hose onto it, it did just that. It broke, so I had to JB weld it, which was pretty tight until I put the spring back in it. So I've been going the last 5 years or 4 years, I guess, since I put the Phytech without it. And I thought, it's probably going to be okay. I don't have to go, I don't have to do it. If only I had another one of these that, wouldn't break. And while I was setting up the phone for this live stream, I found this. So this is something I had for decoration. And I can get in there with it. I can't get in there. I'm going to get this thing off here, but it's got one of those things on it. So we'll be able to take that out and put it on the air breather and make it. Can you order a new one? Sure. But that's money. I'm cheap.
You know what you really need? And it's only because I have one. A 3D printer.
Yeah. So, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I've also got this decoration hanging on the wall that will
Right.
never be used again. But
right.
I'm going to take that off and make sure it's the same thing, which it should be, because that's off of a earlier 350, probably
Okay.
a 2-barrel. But anyways, give me a
So
second.
now, I'm just to engage the comment section. Everybody put in your comments a B if you think he's going to break it, an F if you think it's going to be fine, and we'll see who's right. A little poll, if you will.
And a precursor, a $2 super chat, so I can go buy another one when I break this one too.
If you could find out the exact name of that thing, I want to see if there's someone's actually designed a 3D print file for it. Because if they haven't, I will design a 3D print file for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the industry, what it's called a mustache filter.
Mustache filter.
But I think it's just a vent filter. Oh, yeah. So this is what the one out of the older one looks like. It's plastic. It's got the little fuzz in here, and it's actually even got a Napa part number on it. If you want to look that one up.
Yeah, what is the part number?
2955 is the actual part number of this mechanism. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Look at that right there. Made in USA.
USA. Wow, that's old.
Well, again, it came off of this 327. Well, that's what this cover is off of. No, sorry, it's a 350. But it came off a 2-barrel 350. Crankcase air breather, Glenn says.
Okay, so a Chevy 350 crankcase breather. Yeah, I'm seeing the PVC valves, or PCV valves, I should say. Not seeing that exact same unit.
Just go to eBay and look up
mustache
filter.
Yeah.
I'm going to come over here and stick this in this other one to make sure it fits.
There it is. Summit Racing has them. Sweet merciful Summit Racing charges $109 for them.
What?
Yeah. Oh no. You can also get AC Delco ones for $4. Okay, we're good. Their racing one is $100 and something.
Part of the problem with this air breather is that it's top heavy. Wants to fall over. Son of a, because I've got a spacer on the Phytech, which is why I was doing all of this. There we go.
Doesn't look like anybody has a 3D print file for it yet. That's interesting.
For a couple $100, you could make one though, couldn't you?
Oh, if I could just get you to take pictures of it and send me the dimensions that I can make one. It'll take probably an hour, if that. And you just print them. That's why I love having 3D printers. It's like they don't make the there's a bunch of stuff for Volkswagens they don't make anymore, like the grommet for the accelerator pedal. It's like a rubber bushing. You have to make it yourself out of a piece of hose. But I have a rubberized printing material I can print now, so I just print them. And it's like one of those little things you don't realize you need one until you need it. And when you have it, it's fantastic.
So can you see that?
Yep.
So that's the tube that comes out.
Yeah.
I've got a heater hose off a Lincoln Town Car.
Now I wonder where you would have got one of those.
Thankfully, Junior has a Town Car. He's scrapping out.
Perfect. Waste not, want not.
Yeah. So because I've got the 1-inch spacer on that air breather, it doesn't quite line up with the original one. So that's why I had to get the extender hose going.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
And again, it was just one of those things that before I just had that hose kind of going up and into nowhere.
Right.
And every once in a while you catch a whiff of the crankcase, the oil smell. So
I drive mostly diesels. I wouldn't understand that.
You smell the blow by.
So it smells like a diesel.
Hey, Bandit.
Hey, Bandit.
I haven't seen the Bandit in a while.
Yes, haven't seen him in forever. Actually, we should probably say hello to everybody in the chat. We got Jason is here. Glenn. Your better 3/4 is here. The Canadian Space Advocate is here. John is here.
Canadian Space Advocate. I believe that's David. That's a local fella. He was in the chat last week.
Yep.
John.
Cool.
I don't know who John is specifically, but John, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I found.
Your wife said B for break. So did John. So they were thankfully wrong, but your wife thought you were going to break it.
Oh, well, hey. As you saw, clearly I did not break it.
Well, John's from Ontario.
Well, welcome, John from Ontario.
And the Bandit wants to know, did you really sell Dale? Well, not yet by the looks of it. It's still there.
It's still here, Bandit. So
do you want to buy it? Good deal.
Yeah, make an offer. There's I received going back and forth last weekend. I received a message on the Facebook Marketplace ad that I have on Dale. Getting down to the point where he wants to come look at it. So on Sunday afternoon, he's coming here.
Awesome.
To take a look at it. And tomorrow's short video is going to explain a problem that I thought I had with it, which of course, as luck would have it, you finally get someone who's interested in coming to take a look at it and you think you've developed a problem. Well, it ended up not being one. I don't want to give that away because I want you guys to go watch that.
Well, Jason, just to let you know, they have these things called gas stations. You go there, you fill up the tank, you don't have the problem anymore.
Glasses are sliding down for some reason here.
It's hard, isn't it?
Is it hot in here? Funny thing is it was fuel related.
Hilarious.
But not necessarily supply, not a supply issue. For some reason, the AFRs were, and I'm not sure how it got there because I've got them set pretty stoic, but it was down to like 12 point something.
Yeah, they're just numbers.
But I noticed it was running awful rich, and it was wanting, like when you pulled up to a stop sign, it was wanting to stall, like it was trying to flood itself. I thought
it have that problem. No, that was the sloshing of the gas tank, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was just the last time. Yeah.
So I thought I had a stuck injector.
Oh, that would do it. Yeah.
So I just said, well, I'm going to start it up, or not start it, but I'm going to prime it and see if one of the 4 injectors is just dumping raw fuel into the base type of thing. And it wasn't. And it just, when I checked the settings, it was set super rich. So, well, not super rich, but it was set rich and you could smell it. So Bandit says he will wear his Dale shirt with pride. Well,
that's good.
There's soon to be, I've got a fellow working on a Dale Jr. Shirt as well. So it's actually a combination of the two of them.
Cool.
So, even though if I do sell Dale Jr., or if I do sell Dale, the truck, then Dale Jr. will become the replacement in a sense. But the whole idea is that I could kind of support the both of them in kind of one thing.
Right.
It's actually a pretty neat design. It's Dale over here, Dale Jr. over here with the grill.
Nice.
And they just kind of meld into each other in the middle. So
cool. King Eric says, how much did you get for Dale? It's not sold yet.
No, so not yet. So I've got a price of 24,000 Canadian dollars on it, on the ad, and back and forth talking to this fella. He asked, it says our best offer. How negotiable are you? And as in true salesman form, I said, well, come take a look at it, touch it, feel it, smell it, drive it, see what you think, and make me an offer. Right? I'm not gonna dicker through a chat.
Yeah.
Right.
Now the question is, will he actually show up?
Well, he's messaged me twice since. Still, asking questions and this and that. He seems quite interested. He's not coming from that far away. But the whole idea is, as I mentioned before, this is the budget for this. And you guys can't see it.
But it's the most expensive laptop stand known to man.
There we go. I drove clear to Wichita, Kansas to buy this laptop stand, but I'll have you know.
It's a lovely laptop stand. And it only has marginal rust.
It's 15 miles to the gallon.
Is that good? No, it's not.
I mean, good for a square body, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, what is it? The 454 is 10 miles to the gallon, no matter what you're doing. Just that.
That's same as a 6 liter.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know exactly how much fuel you're going to use. Doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah, you could be just cruising down the highway empty, or you could be hauling a 10,000 pound trailer, and you're still going to get 10 miles a gallon.
Yeah, which makes it easy to, I guess, figure out fuel consumption for a trip.
Yep.
Right.
If you guys didn't know, I do have an Amazon affiliate. So anytime I show a tool or a product that I'm using on one of my videos, I usually make a mention of it, but I'm going to mention it now, that if you go to that link to buy that tool or anything that you want to buy, I get a small kickback from Amazon. It doesn't cost you any more to buy what you're buying. You're already getting the great prices that you get on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've built up, and actually I've qualified for a couple of different things. So Amazon allows you to jump on board things like Prime Day and special events that pay you a bigger commission. So I've been saving up since like back in June. My little commissions, the 15 or 18 bucks a month that I was getting from that. And I bought a radio for Dale Jr. because the one that's in it is the original one, and it's barely putting out hardly any power to the speakers. So I upgraded the radio, and I haven't done anything with it yet. That's another video that I want to do. But let me grab that, Ryan, while you entertain the crowd, and we'll unbox it.
I cracked the tip of my knife today. I was using it inappropriately as a screwdriver, and I feel bad about it. So I'm in the market for a new DeWalt. But see, the problem is these in Canada, these quick pop out knives that you have like a thumb screw on are now illegal. So it's actually very hard to get them. I had a collection of these DeWalts that I had over the years, but this is my last good one, and now it's got the tip broken on it. So I may actually try to cup to grind that and make it better. But anyway, sad times. I do enjoy a good daily carry pocket knife, and I don't want them to be too expensive because if you lose them, you feel bad. Like I can get a nice bench or get a high end Gerber or something, but this cheap, cheerful does the job. Yeah, there you go. Nice little pen knife.
I found that in a car.
Yep.
That we were cleaning out about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been in my pocket ever since.
Yep. They're just handy to have. It's
small enough you can take it on a plane.
Yep.
You can still stab somebody's eyeball out with it, carve it out if you want to. Tempting some days.
Yeah, you don't even need to be on a plane to do that. Yes, as John says, it is very difficult to have certain nice things in Canada. We won't get too political, but it is difficult.
So because I bought a radio that on these trucks, you've got the big rectangular cutout.
Yeah.
For the radio.
It's much bigger than a double DIN, right? It's actually substantially bigger.
It's only a DIN and a half. So it's not
it's a DIN and a half. Okay.
So I had to buy a dash kit to go with it.
Right.
This is it's so cheap that it doesn't appear to have a brand on it.
Let me see. It might be Boss, which is the same one I have. It looks very Boss-like.
It says like what is that? Oh, Apple and Android Auto. So I thought that was a brand.
Yeah. How much was the radio?
Well, this I forget the actual price, but the dash kit and the wiring harness was like $129.
Perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a link to all that in the description of this video when it goes live, or when it becomes a video, so that if anybody wants to buy them and add to the Amazon affiliate link, feel free. Especially if you own a square body Chev and you want to put a stereo in it.
Yeah. So it's modernizing an older vehicle. So this is a 1990. It does come with a little slip-on remote.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that.
So you have you can just kind of adjust the track, your phone, volume up and down, your mode. There's another button there. I don't know what it's for, but attach that to your steering wheel on the inside of the wheel, and it just gives you steering wheel controls.
That's awesome. Now the question is, will it fit a Forever Sharp steering wheel?
Let's find out.
Yes.
Oh, it surely will.
Excellent. Excellent.
And if one remote wasn't good enough.
Oh, it comes with the regular one. Perfect. So I usually throw those in the glove box, and then 15 years time after it's gone through half a dozen other radios, and you find that in the glove box, you go, "What the heck is this for?"
Well, if you got the steering wheel one, you don't need the other one.
Exactly. That's all important. Now you're going to route that really nicely and mount it just behind on the like speedometer or on the A pillar.
A pillar trim, probably.
Yeah. Good.
You notice
Eric, the King of the Grade, is meant to say Dale Jr. He thought you sold Dale Jr.
Oh, no. So I'm being totally. I'm pulling the YouTube card here in the unboxing where I'm saving the best for last, and we're going through all the piddly little crap.
Yeah, just take the stereo out.
Yeah. So we've got the backup camera.
Did it come with any length, or do you have to make the length yourself? Well, I suppose it's RCA, so you just buy some RCA cables.
RCA on one end.
Yeah.
For the
power on the other.
And then this is your power source. So that when you put it in reverse, it automatically comes on. And then this
or if you're smart, Jason, you put a toggle switch on your dash so that you can flick it on and off, so that when you're backing up a trailer, you can flick on your reverse camera and you can see it. Pro tip.
6 of 1.
Yeah, it's a pro tip.
So it also comes with the extension.
Yeah.
This is a Suburban, so I'm not sure that this is going to be long enough, but we'll see.
But it's regular RCA cable, so you can just go to the dollar store and buy.
Oh yeah,
a couple of RCA cables.
I might even upgrade this to a shielded cable.
Yeah.
There's that, and then the major piece here. So there's your wiring harness for your that you're going to wire in to the harness that I bought that fits the truck.
Perfect.
And then this is the back of it. You've got USB. This is your power here. We've got camera in. CVBSIN. I don't know what that is. What's that? CVBS. We've got additional audio input. We got your subwoofer, antenna, D-bus, whatever that is. But there's the radio.
What was it? CBB? CBB?
Charlie Victor Bob. S, and then it says input or IN.
It's apparently a connector for high scanning frequencies. Oh, is it your? Oh, this is in case you have like a more intelligent car.
Oh yeah, some don't.
Yeah.
But one of the things that attracted me to this particular one was that it's got the screen because it supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So I'm an Apple guy.
Boo.
It's got the screen with the touch, but it also has haptic buttons.
Right, actual buttons.
So you can click back and forth. It's got a USB-C plug in here for charging your phone. It says.
Nice.
We've got USB-A. Is that what that is?
Yeah, A. So it'll still charge your phone, but it's probably also an input for a jump drive or a iPod.
Oh, this is your jump drive one over here.
Okay, so that's probably just power delivery then on the right.
Yeah, or powered Android Auto or Apple CarPlay too, probably connected. Yeah. So, but it is supposed to be wireless according to the box.
Now, hopefully, it's not wireless with its own app because that's just garbage.
But anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool upgrade. The whole idea with this was to reach out to Retro Manufacturing again, because they sponsored the radio on Dale the Truck because it's got just the two knobs.
Right.
And this one here, the upgraded radio, they only list one. It's very, very plain.
Right.
So it just has a small single line digital display. A couple of preset buttons for your radio and a volume and a tune knob. So which would be adequate.
It's good if you're, I guess, restoring a vehicle and want to have the ability to play a bit of Bluetooth music. But if you're planning on going on long road trips with this, you want Android Auto. You want to have the Waze app or the Google Maps or whatever up on your screen.
Up on that screen. So, I mean, I like it. I've got the other device. Let me show you that. That does.
The one that sits on your dash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one that a company sold or sent me this and wanted me to do a review on it, and I took this to. I took it with me when I went to Kansas.
Yeah.
So this connected to my phone, and it was my map for making my way back. So what this does is, yes, it has speakers here, but it's also got an FM tuner in it, so you can tune it to an FM radio station, and you can hear everything through your car stereo.
Perfect.
Including your Android Auto, your music, your whatever through it. But because the radio on this truck absolutely sucks, I couldn't hear a damn thing. So when it was giving me directions, I just had to guess based on the functions of the screen. So
the arrow.
Yeah.
Right turn now.
Yeah. So it, like when it's, you know how you get close to an intersection, it says, in 600 meters, turn right or whatever. Meters. Listen to me, all you guys in the US laughing.
You mean all us in Canada laughing?
Dave has joined in there again. Let's see. I'm missing the chat.
Yeah, they're talking about something about Bangor and how you pronounce it, maybe?
Yes, so it is Bangor, not Banger.
Banger, yeah. That's what the British eat with their breakfast.
That is a thing. It's a bangers.
Bangers and mash, yeah.
Yeah.
How hard is it to close that door? Do that again?
It didn't close tight. There we go.
Do the pins need to be adjusted? Okay.
Having two cameras is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been following these videos at all, you know that I put a brand new seal, a brand new rubber in here. That thing sticks out probably a good half an inch thicker than the one I took off of there, because the one I took off was so collapsed.
Right.
But when I go to close this door, I mean, I have literally got to wail on it. Like it's tight.
Right.
Does it need to be adjusted? Absolutely, because if you see the gap here,
she's
it's super tight.
Yeah.
And then as you go down the door,
it's fine. It's a Tesla. That's Tesla quality. You're good. You can park a semi in the bottom of the gap, and you can't put a piece of paper in the top. It's perfect.
Yeah. Another thing, seeing how we're on affiliate links, is RealLink sent me another new camera.
Oh, cool. Which one did you get?
It's the Argus 4 Pro.
Okay.
And the Argus 4 Pro does 180 degrees.
Yeah. Nice wide angle.
Visibility. It's a super wide angle. In fact, it takes two camera lenses, combines them together into.
They're great on corners to be able to see.
Yep.
On the corner of a house.
So I've got one of those set up here in the garage. I just set it up in the garage just to see what it looked like, and it's just kind of sitting on the shelf over there. But there will be a video on that one, as well as they sent me another Argus 3 Pro, which is just a standard color 4K night vision audio. Oh, they're great cameras.
No. King Eric says Jason and the Argonauts ? Argus. That's great.
Dave, actually, I live in New Brunswick and I'm trucking in the U.S.
Sorry that you live in New Brunswick.
Do I know you, Dave? Maybe.
How many people live in New Brunswick? 6 people? 8 people? You must know them.
Oh, that's Dave from Sussex. I know Dave. I can't see his
full title.
Well, it just says Dave there, but I can't see his picture very well from here, so I don't know. But yeah, it's that thing is pretty neat. So I'll be doing a video on that, and part of that was to do some shorts introducing the RealLink Argus 4 Pro.
Cool. Well, my what the hell is that camera is a RealLink 520.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they sent me some more cameras. There's a link in the description box down below if you guys want to check RealLink out. Very, very reasonably priced and excellent quality cameras.
And I usually just throw a 256 or a 512 gig SD card in each of my cameras. It just records to the camera. I can watch playback. It's fantastic.
So with the setup that I have,
You have the DVR though, I think, don't you?
I've got
Yeah.
they've got a special term for it. It's the home something.
Right. Yeah. It's
But
their NVR.
I've got it mounted up there, and that's where the SIM card is. So it basically takes everything that you're pulling in and records it for a certain period of time.
Yeah, I get about 5 days, I think, on each of my 256 gig SD cards. So that's more than enough to notice something missing or to, question something.
So Dave said my name again.
Jason.
If I should know Dave, let me know. If I know you, if you're from here and from where I live. So Dave says, what part of MB have friends? Woodstock, family, province. Quite before close. So, well, Glenn, I think Glenn's in New Hampshire, if I remember correctly. So I'm right on the border with Maine, and Woodstock is on the border with Maine almost, but it's about an hour and a half north of me.
Right. Were you there when the concert happened?
Wrong Woodstock.
So that's exciting. You got a couple of Railink gadgets. You got the new stereo. Oh, he's the guy who messaged you about the truck.
Oh,
that's Dave.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
Dave. Well, now I've got to go back and turn my other camera off so I can check the messages. I guess I wasn't paying attention. We've never met in person.
There you go. So yeah, what's the plan next then with Dale after you get the stereo installed? I mean, yes, we know we're swapping the motor, but
Dale Jr. So
Dale Jr. Sorry.
Yeah. So the plan is I've next week I'm going to order. I tried to get a sponsorship for a cam for the LS, and I can't seem to. I mean, everyone's open to the idea, but they never get back to you. So I'm running out of time. I need one, so I'm just going to have to end up buying one.
Right. Are you going to go cheap and cheerful and get like an RV cam?
No, I think I'm sold on. I was sold on the Brian Tooley racing cam, but they're super expensive to get the cam and the valve train, like the valve springs. So, Texas Speed offers what they call a dumpster fire cam.
Sounds right up your alley.
Yes, exactly. And that might be the ticket for that. Once I have that, I can install the cam. I can put the engine back together, and then with a couple of square body to LS motor mounts, it's ready to drop in. The problem is I still don't have a transmission yet.
Right.
So I've got to find the transmission. Likely, I'd like to find a 6L80.
Right.
Because the 6L80 gives you the extra gear with a lockup torque converter. Hopefully add to the fuel economy. But on the other hand, 4L80s built are cheap.
Yeah.
So
you don't have an old cube van anywhere that you can just steal one out of?
Well,
no scrap yards around that you can grab one out of?
I keep forgetting my wife is watching this, so she knows all what I'm talking about here.
Sounds expensive. Quick, the jig is up. Quick, run away.
Yeah. So the cam and valve spring kit that I'm looking at is only like $50.
$5. Now, are you ordering it from one of those services that will send you the real bill, but then send you a fake bill?
Discrete boxing.
Discrete boxing and discrete billing, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's they're not terrible. I think the camshaft with the valve spring kits is probably going to run about, I think it's like $380 American.
Oh, that's not terrible. Under $5.
So again, it's not horrible. And of course, the YouTube pays for that, or channel pays for that. That's where that money comes from. So it's not like it's out of my pocket per se.
Wink.
Wink, wink. She gets it. She knows.
Well, the big question is, I mean, once you're done this and you've got the LS swapped on, you got your transmission. I can't wait to see all the Fox body or not Fox body, but all the Mustang parts that you're going to put on her, her Crown Vic or Grand Marquis. Sorry, whatever she's driving now. Is it a Grand Marquis or Crown Vic? I always get
this one's a Crown Vic. So
Crown Vic, yeah.
I mean,
think of all the cool stuff you're going to bolt on the supercharger.
A supercharger would be so cool.
That would be really cool. I think that would be awesome on that.
Right. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure a 2-valve 4.6 is the car to do it on.
But you have enough of them that it doesn't matter. You just blow one up. You put another.
Well, yeah,
one
but I don't want to spend every weekend swapping out.
She says, no.
She would soon look. She's fine with the car just the way it is. She would sooner have 12-inch subwoofers in the trunk of the car.
Wait, it doesn't yet?
What?
You didn't put a sub box in that yet?
Oh, I do. It's just dual 10s, but she'd sooner have that upgrade than power upgrade.
Fair enough.
I mean, she drives like a maniac now. I'd hate to see her with 500 horsepower.
I mean, it'd be entertaining. Think of all the tires you'd go through.
So, Glenn, okay, I'm gonna end the stream over here just so I can grab my phone and check a few things.
There you go. Or as John says, just buy her a new Lexus. Nobody's got time for that.
No.
It's also an old that's an old person car, isn't it?
No, not necessarily. Depends on what you get. Like you get an LS 350 and they're pretty stout.
Yeah. I like the one that's like based on a 93 Camry. I think it's a 400 or 450.
Well, no, it'd probably be a 300 because they only had a 3-liter 6-cylinder in them.
Yeah. Anyway, they're very nice. Growing up, we had a 93 Camry, and it's still on the road today, which is mind-boggling.
So, Glenn says, check his emails. Trying to send him a couple of t-shirts. Well, I'm up on emails, Glenn. In fact, I'm so up on emails that I check even my junk mail twice a day, and I haven't received anything from you. So I'll send a word of caution when you type out old car guy, just make sure you're spelling it correctly. Old with an E and car with 2 R's.
Yep.
Trucker Dave, can somebody ban him, please?
Sure. And he's banned. No.
He says that need to find an old Mopar. I've got an old Mopar for her, and that you just opened up a can of worms, jerk.
Yeah. Speaking of which, where's this? Where's the poor 15 or whatever it was kit? You were going to do like the gas tank in it. I thought there was videos.
Yeah. So
where's that? You can film multiple videos at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but it's time.
I know.
That's the problem. So the last 2 weekends I've spent helping a buddy with his roof.
Right.
And the house is done now, and now it's just the garage. The garage is going to be straightforward. It's just straight panels, no cutting. Should be able to do that, have that done on Saturday, and then that's out of the way. And the fellow that I'm helping, he helped me build this garage, and he was here like every weekend for like 2 months.
Right. So you're obligated.
Well, am I obligated? Sure, but he's a good guy. He's a good friend, and
help him.
I would help him do anything, and he would just like he would help me. So
yeah,
I'm not going to say no, and I'm okay with putting YouTube aside to do that. The
other thing is, I'm assuming maybe he doesn't want to be on YouTube, but I would be really interested to see how you guys are putting together the roof.
Well, so I've been recording shorts.
Okay.
I'm going to make one short, but I've been recording the progress.
Cool.
So once we're done, I can say, here's the final product, and you'll see from where we strapped it to where we did the hip to where we did the panels, just a little bit of everything. So
cool. I also have to get on my roof this weekend, and prepare it for winter. Just tarring the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
one big bucket of tar, just pouring it all over,
Dump it.
rolling it out with a mop. It's going to be great. See,
Yeah.
I'm holding out till next year. I want to get a steel roof on my house because I have shingle roof right now, and they're just terrible. They last no time here. I'm sure it's the same there. Our weather is not really our weather is not really conducive to shingle roofs. But funny enough, steel roofs are not really popular here, which is weird. They're only just starting to get popular. But anyway, I've always wanted one. I love the sound of it. Apparently, Mrs. Old Car Guy says someone needs to winterize the camper. I assume that's on your honey-do list.
That's already done.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I did that like last week.
Oh, did you not tell her? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I did. But anyways, I come out one night. She went to bed early. She had a hard day at work. And I just said, well, I'm going to go out there, get that done before it gets too dark. And I did. I got that done.
She says, oh, really? Nice.
Yep.
The bandits wonder where your other partner in crime is. I assume he means Grant.
Yeah, so Grant.
He's a new father.
Grant's a new father. Yep. So he's on
Papa leave.
And he's doing helping his wife look after things, and very soon he'll be kind of back to the regular grind.
Speaking of which, I don't know maybe if this is a good time to throw out some cool insider information about your possible new project.
Yeah, regarding live streams, you mean?
Regarding podcasts and live streams. And that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So, most of the people that are in the chat right now are regulars. And so if you've been around since the Car Guy and Six Fan show, the band is kind of getting back together. Not as the Car Guy and Six Fan show, but as something new, and which has not been released yet.
Yep.
Ryan is our producer, kind of behind the scenes. He'll still be kind of part of he'll be a part of the show.
I'm the wizard behind the curtain.
We will not be showing his face. We want to gain viewers. We don't want to scare them away. But we're starting something new. It will be in partnership with the podcast that I also co-host. The Get Out and Drive podcast. Hang on.
He's the best.
Hugo is a piece of shit.
He's the best. Soviet Russia. Anyway, it's way too hot to be wearing.
Yep.
As bald as I am, this is way too hot to wear.
Sorry, I got sidetracked there.
Talking about the new podcast.
Yeah, so the new format will be kind of a live stream on specific nights. We haven't determined that 100%. Probably Thursday evenings, where we will pre-record, and then we will be live in the chat to be part of what we're doing here. So pretty interesting. A little more thought put into it than the Car Guy and Six Fan show. So something that we're going to be able to have a little bit more fun with and try and be as interactive as possible throughout the whole
More
thing.
Production value is going to be is the key. There will be, when they discuss something, it'll possibly be a photo of it on the screen. Some preemptive stuff to make it flow. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Trucker Dave, maybe she was too hungover. Yeah, there's a story behind that, wasn't there? Mrs. Old Car.
Oh, that's a sin. You're
Maybe
a poor wife.
Maybe she should come out here.
Yeah. And we can watch her beat the crap out of you.
Yeah. That would be my safety net. YouTuber murdered. There's a clickbait.
I was going to say there's a way to pump up your stream and your subscription numbers.
Yeah, won't be able to reap the benefits. She will. She'll be able to reap the benefits.
Yeah, it'll be a true crime podcast. You're really trying to figure out who killed Jason Kerr.
Speaking of true crime podcast, have you watched Only Murders in the Building?
Oh, it's great.
Isn't that like the best ever?
Selena Gomez and Martin Short and
Martin
Steve
Short,
Martin
Steve
are
Martin.
they're brilliant. They're like, I think Martin Short is my spirit animal.
Oh my,
Like, he's so funny.
eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Now I think it got signed for another season, so
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Well,
season 5.
I've just been yeah, I think they've done season 4.
4 is done, yeah.
It's done, yeah. So
it
I'm all
was
caught
just
up.
on. Yeah.
What sucks about it is that it's such great production quality. It's funny.
But there's only like 13 episodes.
No, there's 10 episodes
10,
and only half-hour episodes, which sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nothing like listening to the car couple singing Eminem. Oh shoot!
Oh, that's funny.
So
yeah, if she murders you, who gets dibs on your things? Can we call dibs preemptively?
We can start the bidding now.
Well, there you go. Do I hear $5 for Dale the truck? I got $5. $5.
Yeah. So last Friday, if you guys don't know, Fridays, our shop over out front there, we're only open till noon.
Mm-hmm.
And so Friday afternoon, I had lunch. I come over here and I just started puttering away at getting a few projects done. We had a truckload, a dump truck load of not sand, but I guess you call it screenings, dumped out in front of this garage so that I could fill some potholes and fill some transitions from the asphalt over at the car lot into my driveway. It's just the last couple of years, it's kind of just tore it up a little bit. So
too many burnouts in the Crown Vic.
What's that?
Too many burnouts in the Crown Vic.
Maybe. And I get this text from my wife, and she says we should totally have a fire and a few drinks tonight. So I'm like, I just kind of sent her back one of these.
Yeah.
And when we're at the campground, we've got a fire pit. We got firewood, everything. Out here, I've got a great big burn pile down back, but no fire pit. So I grabbed the shovel and the pickaxe, and I started going out. I dug a fire pit. And by the time she got off work, I had a good fire going. I had the chairs dug out of the camper because the camper's sitting here in the yard right now. And we were ready to go. So we sat there. We had a fire, and I had bought some pizza. Joe's Pizza, Calais, Maine, best pizza on the planet. So sat out there. We had our pizza. We were having a few beers and had a good time. What? Give your balls a tug.
Eric, King Eric asked, do you guys watch Letterkenny? And of course.
Letterkenny, yep.
Yeah, great show.
How you doing now? Not so bad.
And yourself?
And yourself?
Take about 10% off over there, Squirrely Dan.
Squirrely Dan.
Your sister's hot. I regret nothing. Oh, I'm too fat to run. Falls down.
See, I have a hard time remembering the one-liners from those shows, but it's so good. I love the Amish couple.
The Dicks.
Yeah, DYCKS is how they spell it.
Yeah.
But it's always sexual innuendo when they're talking.
Yeah.
It's funnier than hell. Oh shoot.
King Eric wants to know how many feet of snow you had to dig through to make the fire pit.
No snow, just about 2.5 feet of frost.
Right. We had snow here yesterday. I had to go like scrape and brush off the car. It was terrible.
It was warm here today, I'll tell you. Like,
oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it was cold here.
Did I just talk with an accent?
No, I imagine all people from New Brunswick sound like they're from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, bud. So right now it's 13 degrees.
Freedom Eagles or Canadian metric?
It's 55.
Okay.
But like the whole time I've been out here in the garage,
the door's been open. I noticed the door open. I was thinking, how are you paying for all that heat?
no heat necessary.
Decided to take it.
The last time I looked at the temperature, it was 21 degrees here today on Halloween.
Yeah.
Like that's
this time last year we had 15 centimeters of snow.
Well, I don't think we had snow last year, but it was cold. I think cold and rainy. Like it was hovering right around zero.
I think it's 8 degrees here right now, but rain, and it's like cold.
Yeah.
Like it's just damp. Anyway, welcome to Canada.
Well, and this weekend is supposed to be nice too. So tomorrow is going to be a little bit crazy because we're getting some rain. So it's going to be mild, but it's going to be 21 tomorrow, and then 7 on Saturday and Sunday.
So cold.
And then gradually get back up to 19 on Wednesday. So
it looks like it's going to be 15 here tomorrow, and then 6, 5, 2, 2, 9, 9, 2, -2.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there you go. Winter is here.
It's warm because of all the carbon emissions. Dale and Dale Jr. put it damn straight.
Yep.
Darn Skippy there, bud.
Old man Irving has anything to do with it. So I'm just going to start calling you, Jason, Old Man Irving.
Old man Irving's dead.
I know, exactly. So he needs somebody to take his place. You could be it.
Could be me.
Yeah, I don't know how they they elect the king in New Brunswick. I assume it's some sort of like Thunderdome Fight Club type thing. But you should totally throw your hat in the ring.
Yeah, because I can fight.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the Yugoslavian fellow there could fight.
So Trucker Dave is just that. He's a trucker, and he was down in Asheville, North Carolina this week.
Ooh.
And he says the destruction, the pictures that you see everywhere, don't do it justice.
No. There's a couple of YouTubers I follow in the retro tech world, and they're down there, and their collections have been damaged very badly, and some of their houses have basically been wiped off the map. And
did you see the story that in North Carolina they were saying that the government was telling the people that it could be up to a year before some of the roads get rebuilt?
Yeah.
And then this group of
farmers built them.
This group of rednecks come down from West Virginia, and started building a road with a couple of dozers and backhoes, and it's done.
Yeah, I love it. I watched a video where there were a bunch of farmers doing the same thing. Poppers,
Kitty, come here. Oh, she's out taking a whiz.
But yeah, there was a bunch of farmers did the same thing. They couldn't get through the road, so they just brought down a bunch of like D5 like the big like killdozer dozers, and just pushed everything away. Yeah. There's not much that won't move out of the way with one of those units.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe Mount Everest, but even then. Yeah, apparently St. Stephen broke a record. Warmest Halloween.
Nice. We'll take because I think the record was only like just over 19 degrees or something like that. And Dave's telling us that 22.4 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
So
what's that in Freedom Eagles? 60?
63 or 4.
Okay.
Which again, to the Americans, 63 or 4 might not be warm. But at the end of October in New Brunswick, Canada, that's
pretty hot.
And St. Stephen sets a lot of records too, eh? Like quite often, St. Stephen is the warmest place in Canada.
Yep.
It hit that once this summer.
I remember at one point, I think it was last winter, Newfoundland was the coldest place in Canada. Think about that.
You can have it.
Including the Arctic. It was colder for that. I think it was I want to say it was in September. It was very cold here for one day, and it was still kind of warm everywhere else. And anyway, we do that fairly regularly. We're the coldest place in the country.
You guys just want to be special when you're already special enough.
We have a half-hour time zone. We are special.
You are special.
We invented special.
Be right back. I'll find it out.
Oh, now that I have a captive audience. I got these really cool Christmas ornaments the other day. They're Oregon Trail. You've died of dysentery. Christmas ornaments. So for anybody who ever played the old Apple II game, Oregon Trail, where you went on the Oregon Trail, basically, it was an educational game made by the Minnesota Education Computer Group. Anyway, one of the things you could die of on the Oregon Trail was dysentery. So this was the screen you often saw. You have died of dysentery. So they've turned it into a Hallmark ornament. So I'm very excited to put that on my Christmas tree. Thank you for saying Oregon correct. Why? What do most people say? Oregon?
Hey.
Oregano?
Oh, sure.
What do they usually say?
Look at you. Oh, you got a T-R-E-T. There you go.
Wow, the dog can spell. That's impressive.
Is OCG-15 still up on the website?
I haven't taken it down, so unless you have, yes.
No, I have not. So
Okay.
Good time to point out, guys.
Oh, yeah, where's mine?
If Ryan wants to link in the chat, the website, go over to shop.oldcarguy.com, and if you place an order over there, you'll not only get a 15% discount with OCG-15. For every order, I'll send you a Old Car Guy beer koozie that you can that I'll send you separately. But the OCG-15, I think we're going to keep that going to help continue to build those sales and build that part of the channel and the brand.
Oh, here's mine. I was looking for mine. I usually have it pretty close for any time I have a beverage that needs a koozie. It doesn't work very well for coffee mugs.
Cordoba Xmas tree ornaments. You know what? It's funny. Somebody asked me that the other day. Do you have any Christmas ornaments on your website? We're going to have to do that.
Yeah, we can. What the Printful does do Christmas ornaments. So yes.
Yep. So we'll see if we can get a few up there with the new Old Car Guy logo. We'll get some with Dale the Truck, the Cordoba, Dale Jr.
Do you remember one of my favorite Christmas episodes was always the Home Improvement Christmas episodes, and I always remember Tim Allen would try to sneak car parts onto the Christmas tree, like spark plugs and air filters, and so I often try to sneak things on my Christmas tree. Oh, apparently, what do you have? It looks like a Santa hat. Oh God! How many dead spiders are in there?
I was just looking for spiders. It's covered in cobwebs.
Well, it is Halloween, so it is pretty on point.
I'm kind of afraid to put it on my head. I don't see anything inside of it. But
how many Black Widows are there in New Brunswick? Oh, they happen to all be in that hat.
All over here. Yeah. So because 1.7% of my population or of my viewers are female, I would like to say it would be a great opportunity for people to go and buy their husbands some Old Car Guy stuff. But
there you go.
You guys just go do it yourselves because your wives aren't watching.
Hey, listen, my wife went and bought me a bunch of stuff from Junkyard Digs, or not Junkyard Digs. Derek, Vice Grip Garage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it seems like Pole Barn Garage and Vice and Junkyard Digs do not ship to Canada. Bring the thunder. That's awesome. And you got a Lone Wolf 6000.
Yep.
I'm hoping that the Lone Wolf, like the fact he put 6,000 on the back of everything, becomes so similar to when Binford would have a product and it was always called the Binford. Like, I want that to be the same. Apparently, your wife is dying.
Oh, shoot. Why is she dying?
Oh, shoot. That's great. Best response ever. Sir, your wife is dying. Shoot.
Is she dying?
She says, I'm dying. And I don't know if that means she's laughing or if that means she's...
That's her. I'm laughing, but I'm not sure why. Why is she laughing?
Maybe because of the spiders in the hat?
Oh, maybe.
All the spider eggs that are in the hat are now going...
I'll be in 5 minutes, honey.
Just shake them out in the duvet. See what grows.
Oh shoot!
Oh, that's funny. Cool. Well,
it's either spider, eggs, or lice. One or the other.
Fair enough.
We're bringing the friends home tonight.
So before we've one thing I haven't had a chance to talk to you about yet is the new Volkswagen Scout. Have you? Yeah.
I am 110% on board with this Scout.
They brought back buttons. Did you see? It has buttons.
It's got buttons, and it looks. To me, it's one of the best new vehicles. Retro vehicle, I should say new.
Yeah.
One of the best new retro vehicles on the market.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm excited. I'm kind of sad that it's not going to be till 2026, so we'll have to wait till late next year before we'll start seeing them. I also have how it has a range extender.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that it's Volkswagen that's doing it, but hey,
well, they own the rights now to it, so
either way, it's a cool looking vehicle.
Yeah.
And
is the VW Scout the same as the? Yes, through a bunch of corporate acquisitions over the past 20 years, Volkswagen now owns the rights to the Scout name. And so they are relaunching the Scout as it's still going to be called an International Scout, but it is Volkswagen underneath. It's their all new electric platform, but it will have range extending gas engines. So I'm hoping that they're going to be the 1 liters that are in the ups, because they're fantastic little engines and they're really small. They're like the size of your keyboard.
Well, why would you reinvent the wheel if you've already got an EV program, right?
Yeah, right? Like you wouldn't. and yes, the jokes about Volkswagens rusting and Scouts rusting is not lost on me.
Well, like when it comes to vehicles, new or otherwise, to me, it's all about the style, and
because they all have the same features now. There's nothing specific. There's no difference between a Mazda 3 and a Mercedes, other than when it comes to tech. They all have the same tech for the most part.
Right. But I like a good looking vehicle.
Yeah.
And when Ford announced they were bringing out the Bronco, or bringing back the Bronco,
I like it. I like the Bronco.
I was totally sold on the style.
It was great.
Do I wish they'd have gone back to the original styling, or the original theory of what a Bronco is? It's based on the full size truck. It's a 2-door. It's right. Like, yeah, I wish they'd done that, but I like the new Broncos. This Scout is going to be along the same size as the Bronco. It's going to be along the same size as the Rivian R1Ts, or whatever their SUV model number is.
But it's got the back. See, for me, it's an EV with a range extender, so that kind of alleviates some of my issues with the EVs. But it's also backed by a company who has a fair bit of clout. Like, as much as I like Rivian, or you like Teslas, it's at the end of the day, they're nowhere near the size of a Ford or a Volkswagen or a Toyota. So they don't have any of that backing. So for me, if you get broken down on the side of the road, you can take your Scout to any Volkswagen dealer, and they should be able to work on it.
I'm not sure they've announced the MSRP yet, Dave.
No, and that's the other thing I'm scared of. It's like hopefully it's not going to be over $100,000.
No, I'm guessing it's going to be like a 60 US base price.
So 80 Canadian, basically.
Yeah. So,
which would put it right in the Tesla Model X, the higher end Broncos. It puts it all right in that sort of wheelhouse.
Yep.
Right? King Eric says $200,000.
Yeah.
No, that's the new Lamborghini.
Have you seen the news about the Corvette that went 200? Was it 3?
Did it break the 300 mile barrier? I didn't think it did.
No. Shoot. I took a screenshot of it. You give me 1 second.
Yeah. Is that the one that did it with the non V8? It was done like with the
So it's the Corvette ZR1, which has not yet been released.
Right. 1,000 horsepower, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. It just went 233.17 miles an hour, and they're claiming that claim is that it's the fastest a production car, fastest car under $1 million.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, they could have said it's the fastest car under 200K.
Yeah.
Because I say in Canada, the base price of a ZR1 is going to be 200K.
Is it 200? Okay. I thought it was 160.
Well, it's 160 US.
US, yeah.
So, I mean, like,
I gotta say those new the new one, the what is the C8? I like the look of it. I think it looks as pretty as anything Ferrari or Lamborghini are doing. And I'm like, you know what? And it's a Chevy. If it breaks, it's pretty easy to fix.
Well, at a fraction of the cost, too.
At a fraction of the cost, yeah.
That was their big claim to fame, was that when the C8 first came out, they had a base price of 60 grand US.
Right.
Which you'll never find one for that.
No.
But like even at 200 grand, you're 1/8 of a Gallardo.
Yeah, because a Lamborghini
Huracan or whatever
Lamborghini Huracan base. Well, I would use a Ferrari as a more, your 250, 260 US base for a very base model.
Yeah.
So you're still saving. You can get the best one of the C8 for still less than the bottom of the rung Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right.
And
you don't have any of the issues.
Your local GM garage and get it fixed.
Exactly. Right. It's got a very standard engine in it, we'll say. The only thing that's really different is the transmission, because it's that mid-engine ZF thing, but I haven't heard any issue with them.
And they sound amazing.
They do. Well, one pulled up next to me, and I honestly thought it was a Ferrari. I was like, oh, that sounds like a
crank.
Yeah.
10,000 RPM.
Sounds like you're at a Formula One race.
Yeah.
Or an old Formula One race.
Maybe that's what we should put in Dale Jr.
What, an old F1 car or an F1 engine?
Flat plane crank out of a C8 Corvette.
You find a crash one that you can buy for like $500. I am 100%. Doesn't it cost like $30K to do an oil change? If you're worried about how much it costs to do an oil change, let me tell you, do not look at how much it costs to do brakes on them, because it's all carbon ceramic and it's stupid.
Yeah.
The local Audi dealer had an RSQ8 or RSQ9. So that's the biggest SUV Audi makes. And it had a carbon ceramic brakes on it. And it was brought in a couple of years ago. My buddy was a master mechanic there, was a mechanic there. And he said the brake job, brand new car, someone leased it. Obviously, you want to lease it. The brake job was over $60,000. That was if you had to replace all the rotors, all the pads, and you had to do like a fluid replacement. If you had to do a caliper, that was another, I think there were $6 or $7 grand each.
Yeah. Well,
you're being told it's 9 p.m. there and you have to go in.
Well, I'm not being told that. She's telling me she's going to bed, which in wife terms means it's time to end the live stream and time to go to bed.
See, pro tip, put your streaming room next to the bedroom. That way you don't have to worry about going off stream.
Yeah, no. Well, we've been live here for an hour and 18 minutes, so it is time to get done. Cool. Not many folks are going to watch this after the fact, but I mean, if they do, great. The last one that they watched, we talked about Stellantis. Remember back a few weeks ago?
Yeah. Everybody thinks I hate on Dodge now, that I'm some sort of anti-Dodge person. Yeah, with a passion. Yeah, I am. You're an anti-Dodgeite, is what I am.
Anyways, hoping I've got lots to do to get some videos together for you guys. Usually, I have at least two of them kind of in the bank, ready to go at any given time. And with helping my buddy out get his roof on his garage, one more day should get us tied up, and that's going to be this Saturday. So hopefully next week on Wednesday, regular upload. I should have something going. Tom's supposed to be back over here on Monday or Tuesday to get the Lincoln for its first drive in almost 40 years. So
we can assume the fuel pump went properly when the right tools were used.
Sure. So you'll have to tune into that video. That will be the next one. We've got the radio that's going to go in Dale Jr. here. We've got some install videos on the new Reolink Argus 4
cameras.
cameras, the Argus 4 Pro, 4K,
180 degree.
180 degree camera. Yeah, so that's going to be coming up soon. We've also got the Cordoba. Yes, that video will come as well. I want to get that done before the temperatures get too cold because I want to make sure that we're in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Doing that reseal on that tank, so that gas tank resealing from
POR 15.
POR 15, get that done. And then we'll spend a majority of the winter working on Dale Jr. and the different things, the body work, the engine, the transmission, different things that we're going to be doing on this to try and get it ready for spring, because I don't want to be without. If I sell Dale the truck, I don't want to be without something to drive, come April or May when the weather starts getting better. So having said all of that, there's a couple links in the description box down below. Check out my website, oldcarguy.com. And if you want to see some merchandise, hit shop.oldcarguy.com. And again, if you use promo code OCG15, you'll get 15% off your order, and every order gets a free beer koozie. And we'll make sure that those go out in a timely fashion. Guys, if you want your wives to buy you something for Christmas, just give them the link, tell them to come on over and get that set up. Brian, thanks again for joining the party.
No problem, anytime.
And hopefully we don't have to do it again next week, but if we do, hey, it'll be cool too. So
I'm sure we'll have something to talk about. It's not like there's a big thing happening on Tuesday.
we'll all right, shit, yes, Tuesday, the big U.S. election. Maybe we should go live during the election.
That could end badly.
It could end very badly.
Yeah, very badly.
Might put us on the map, though. Anyways, guys, we got to go. So take care. Right. We'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned to my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. New shorts popping out every day. Until then, we'll see you later.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Right. All right. Enough of that horse shit.
We're still